culture. You think culture is Chicago Symphony Orchestra. Well, I think that too. But I'm telling you, I thought that was so cool to see these orca whales. You have to understand, orca whales have skin that's similar to ours. It's not that thick stuff that baleen whales have. It's thin, delicate little skin. And what do? They get a little itchy. And so they come along the surface of the shallows and they scratch themselves. That's so freaking cute. I came across it as whale culture. Now, this is not something that they're born to do. If I loom over a rat, the rat runs away. And they will do that out of the box, so to speak. This is not that. And this is a behavior that has been observed for a number of years in this one matrilineal group of orca whales. First of all, what's culture? Culture is a set of behaviors that are not innately determined. They are socially transmitted. They're not transmitted through genetic or even epigenetic mechanisms. Okay, so the animal's not bound to do this. The animal decides to do this either because it comes up with it or because it sees another individual doing it.
Has anyone identified any mechanism by which this behavior was promulgated?
So the place where the cultural transmission has been studied the best is in chimps. And there's a man named Andrew Whitten, Whitten, who I had the pleasure of meeting at a meeting in Copenhagen. He's got this really cool system where there are 4 different chimp groups in Central Africa, and he has studied all 4, and he has this map of a bunch of different cultural behaviors, and each of the groups has a different set of behaviors that they do. They're overlapping, but the 4 groups are very different. And a lot of what he and others, but he's really a leader in this field, are trying to understand is what's the mechanism of transmission. And there are a few possibilities. One is you just mimic me. Okay, you see me doing this, you mimic me. Another one is you realize what I'm trying to do, so you mimic my goal. You do it a little differently, but you decide the same goal. Another one is what's called stimulus enhancement. You see me spending all this energy and all being very near this stick, and all of a sudden the stick takes on some new importance because I see you care about the stick. Well, okay, well, I'm going to care about the stick too. And so that's what's called stimulus enhancement. And then, of course, there's also the idea that the same circumstances that led monkey A to figure something out will also lead monkey B to figure the same thing out. So there can be de novo, the same pressures are leading to multiple origins of a tradition.
If there are a bunch of ant holes and a bunch of sticks around, eventually some number of chimps will figure out stick the stick in the ant hole and eat them.
That's entirely possible. What he does is he actually watches how do they prepare the stick. Are they ripping it this way? Are they cracking it? How do they actually prepare it? And that is what is very specific to these different groups. And that's what's really cool.
Getting back to the whales.
The whales, they're scratching themselves.
I understand. So I want to understand as specifically as you can tell me what thrills you about this. Is it that the whales are engaging in a behavior that we all know well, scratching ourselves, that the behavior seems so human that it's a thrill to see it in another species?
I love play. I love behaviors that have no obvious ultimate purpose or advantage. And this is one of them. It's just the whales are having fun. They're feeling good. And I like that. I want the whales to have fun. It reminds me also of, I don't know if you saw this, but there's a group of dolphins close to Japan. And what they do is they pop open a pufferfish. And pufferfish, if you recall, are the source of tetrodotoxin. Tetrodotoxin kill you. It's abbreviated TTX. It binds to voltage-gated sodium channels. The heart doesn't beat. The diaphragm doesn't contract.
But properly prepared, they're delicious, I hear.
Properly prepared, it's great. So what the dolphins do is they bite into the pufferfish, and you see this cloud of chemical coming out. and then they act as though they're high. And the interpretation, which I have no reason to disbelieve, is that they're getting a low dose of tetrodotoxin that's just kind of making them feel spacey, and they like it. And so they're doing it. And I think that this whale thing is very similar. I mean, it's not druggy, but it's similar. It's just making them feel good. And I like that. I want the whales and I want the dolphins. I want all the animals in the world to feel good. So I like that.
Is there any neurobiology that you can identify attendant to play and the delights of non-productive activities?
What I like about play in the end is that it makes us not homo economo. We're not after the buck. We actually are animals that enjoy things just because we enjoy things, because they make us smile and laugh and giggle and dance. Those are fun.
That little viral video of those orcas put you in touch with your inner killer whale and the joys attendant thereto.
You can't call them killer whales.
Why not?
I can call you a killer primate.
Oh, fair enough.
Everybody's a killer.
You got in touch with your inner orca through the medium of joy and play.
That's it. That's it.
What's wrong with that? Thank you immensely much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we hope your motor cortices are moved to drop us a like. If you are a brain-minded kind of human, please check out the Chicago Society for Neuroscience website, chicagosfn.org, and our mothership, brainfacts.org. But before you leave, we'd love to know, why do you think animals play? Please leave a comment below, and we hope this is the best day of your life.